So there's all kinds of bad advice when it comes to making YouTube videos, like just post long videos, just post longer and longer videos, just post every day, just post videos of you being yourself, put a lot of work into your videos, put a lot of work into your intro. And some of this is good advice, but I think the best advice that I've ever heard is just get going. Even just this year, I've learned a whole bunch about trying to make a YouTube channel work. I got sucked into the advice of posting every single day and posting longer and longer videos every single day. And I've come to be convinced of a few things. Number one, the people who are saying these things, to do these kinds of things, I'm sure it works for them, at least for some of them. I'm sure a lot of the people who are saying this kind of advice, like post every single day and post long, really long videos every single day, they're doing it from a good place. They're doing it because they think it works. In fact, maybe it's worked for them for a period of time or continues to work for them, but I'm convinced that it doesn't work for everybody. And I'll tell you why. Oftentimes the people who started this kind of advice, like they saw that it worked for them not because they were posting every day and not because they were posting long videos, but because they got passionate about doing that. They got passionate about it. They saw that it was working for them because they were passionate about it. So they started telling other people, hey, do this. It's working for me. You should do it. It's going to work for you too. But the thing is, unless you're passionate about it, and unless sometimes you, in all honesty, you have the personality that conveys well through this kind of medium, unless that all these things come together, then it's not going to necessarily work for you. Now, all that being said, one thing I really like about this advice is that it gets people working on their channel every single day. And I think that's even more important than how long your videos are or how many videos you post, whether that's every single day or even once a week. But if you're working on your channel every day, your channel's going to improve. If you're giving your channel some attention every day, that's eventually going to show forth in the videos that you make. And I would say this, even if you're not intentionally making your videos better every single day, which would be the goal, should be the goal, just by speaking every day, just by getting your thoughts out there, out of your mind, onto a camera, you're going to get better at speaking. And even if you're not being intentional about it, you're going to get a little bit better every single day if you're intentionally making a video every day. Now, here's what I've learned also is that just because you're putting a video on the internet every day, that doesn't mean that your channel's going to grow. I learned this the hard way because I did get sucked into some of that bad advice about just post a video every day, just post longer videos. And I really thought if I just did that, if I just do this one thing, right, then my channel will grow. Well, I've proved to myself otherwise. It takes more than just showing up every day in terms of showing up and making a video every day for your channel to grow. You have to be making something of value, something that other people actually want to watch. You can't just be documenting your journey because there are so many people out there today who are documenting their journey as well. You have to ask yourself, what differentiates yourself from everyone else out there? I think for me, at least the way that I'm trying to convey it on this channel is that I'm just an average guy. I'm like everybody else. I'm not trying to show myself to be this expert, this person who's got it all figured out, because I definitely don't have it all figured out. What I'm trying to say on this channel is that you should watch me because if I can do it, if just an average guy like me can do it, then maybe you can do it too. In fact, I'm sure that if I can do it, you can do it too because I'm just an average guy. Now, all that being said, I have learned a few things. One thing that I learned through this whole process is something about myself too. In order for me to be working on this channel every day, I do need to be putting something out on my channel more often than I have in these last couple weeks. I can't just say to myself, I'm going to work on my channel behind the scenes and make this really good video and eventually release it, because for me, that video is never going to actually get done. For myself, I do need to put myself on some kind of schedule to say, I'm going to make a video, maybe not every single day, but at least 3 times a week to say, I'm going to put something out there that can be seen. Because if I don't do that, it just doesn't get done. For me, I can't just not have a schedule is what I'm saying. Now, for some people, that might be every single day. That might be saying, hey, in order for me to actually put stuff on my channel, I need to say, I'm going to make a small video every single day. If that's you, I would encourage you, be more intentional about improving something about it. Improve your speaking, improve your intro, improve your hook. Don't just put something out there for the sake of putting something out there because it's not going to get traction. At least in all likelihood, it's not going to get traction. Most likely, it's going to get lost in the sea of so many YouTube videos being uploaded every single minute. In today's YouTube culture, you have to differentiate in some way. Some people get lucky. Some people have awesome personalities, and their personality itself is going to differentiate themselves. In fact, I would absolutely say that. Put your personality out there because you are unique. And if you really show your personality, show your vulnerability, people are going to connect with that. But you can't just upload garbage and think that it's going to get views. So here's what I'm going to do. Taking together everything that I've learned about YouTube, about posting them to my channel, about myself, I'm going to do another experiment because you guys know me. I like to do experiments. I want to see what's working, what's not working. I want to try things out firsthand, not just take other people's advice. I'm going to learn what works for me and do that. So putting myself on a schedule, I'm developing what I think I'm going to call the hybrid approach. I'm going to take that advice seriously that says make your video a little bit better every single time, just 1% better. I'm going to put myself on a schedule of making 3 videos a week. week, but I'm not going to reinvent every single video. I'm going to focus in on what works. Sometimes I'll tell myself that I'm releasing a video every single day, but behind the scenes, just make that video a little bit better. Take that extra day, take that extra recording, bring them all together and make a better video. Maybe this doesn't make a whole lot of sense just yet, but if you subscribe, if you follow my journey, hopefully I can convey to you what works and what doesn't work on YouTube. And hey, if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm just an average guy.